So today I want to talk about the importance of a very good helmet. Yes, it looks like I've got helmet hair today, but it's been a working day for a working girl. That's why I've got my second next thing to my motorcycle love for, and that's animal print on today. Okay, so this happened recently, about 2 weeks ago. Iserman and I, as you know, he did the muffers, and we got the big screens, and then we decided to have a ride out to the satellite road, as well as go have our favorite pork chops at the Dross in Krugersdorp. Okay, on our way back to Pretoria, we were driving on the N14, doesn't matter which highway, but what happened there was extremely scary, not just only for me as a female rider, but obviously we are riding as a team, and when I'm left behind, and after a while, Iserman don't see me, don't hear me, he sort of have to turn around and come look. So I was going at quite a speed. I'm not going to tell what the kilometers per hour was because I might get into trouble with South African laws. But the next moment, and you know, as a biker, these things happen in split seconds. I had this massive, I don't know if it was a dove or an owl or an eagle or a dinosaur or an elephant, but the next moment this thing hit me full face, like in full face, and I just saw this yellow things running all over my visor. So firstly I was like very shocked. It felt like I was going off the bike, you know, with that impact, and you don't expect it at all. And thirdly is that I just slacked down totally. So now it could have been one of those situations at that speed that there was a car behind me, and with me slacking down immediately, it could have been much worse. But long story short, so eventually I got my wits together and I went on riding, but now I'm very slow because I can't see. It is a yellow mess, and as I look down on the tank, everywhere there is just like yellow things. I don't know if it's poo, I don't know what it was, I don't know if this elephant's tummy was full or the dove just had a baby and that was the egg yolk that's gonna be splitting over me. And poor Iserman, his version of this you should listen to, because what he experienced is quite important if you ride as a couple. But the moment that we caught up with each other, I said to him, I was out of breath. I really got such a fright. But on our way back, obviously, gentleman that he is, and obviously my husband, he took out wet wipes and he was cleaning my visor, cleaning, just the basic parts of my engine and petrol tank, because it looked terrible. It looked terrible. But I know as a female rider, you guys would think, oh, she's such a sissy. But I know if this has happened to you, you'll have sympathy with me. But on my way back home, and we were obviously getting home and getting cleaned up nicely, there was one thing that struck me like lightning. If I didn't have a very expensive, good quality helmet on, I don't care who says what. You pay 400,000-500,000 for a bike, and then you want to buy a 2,500 rand helmet. That's the only thing that protects you, actually, your head. And that's the most important thing to protect. Not that the rest of your body parts aren't important, but what I'm trying to say is that please, if I wasn't that I had a good helmet on, it could have been so much worse. I mean, helmets are made, especially if they're visors, to be of a thick glass that doesn't shatter, but still, you know, I have seen not even a cheap make helmet of Iserman fall off his bike, and the whole visor went in half. The reason for that is that, you know, it is to keep stuff coming into your face. But with that absolutely horrific speed against this thing hitting me, till today we haven't found out what it was. Obviously, there's somebody that's still waiting for him or her to return home and take care of the kids. But she left a mark on Karishka's helmet. And I was all yellowish, and I do not like yellow in that kind of form. But yeah, very important. You need to be able to afford, and please do. You know, forget that fancy t-shirt you want to wear, whatever, or fancy makeup you want to do your bike, but invest in a very good helmet. And I was wearing an HJC. It is my Iron Man that I obviously put on a pink mohawk to make it Iron Lady, as you all should know. But I really, really believe that the importance of a helmet is really, really important. You should have a good helmet on. It's that protection is needed. Okay, that's my 5 cents for the day. Bye.